RobTop versus Peppy. Who's the better game dev?
RobTop and Peppy, two of the biggest developers of two of the biggest music-based games today. Despite the games they made being fundamentally different in every way from each other, in terms of how they are as developers, they do have an interesting number of things in common. Just how much though? How much can they relate to one another? And who's better? To start, RobTop is 37 and was around 26 when he developed Geometry Dash. Peppy is 42 and was around 25 when he developed Osu.
Damn!
Already, we can see that they share being quite old in common. Another interesting thing to
Did bro
note
just
here
call Peppy a
is that
boomer?
They both got their respective ideas for their games by taking inspiration from an already existing framework and adding their own unique features to it. Geometry Dash has really taken off from being an impossible game knockoff, and Osu has skyrocketed from the DS game it once was in 2005.
That's
One
true.
of the things that intrigues me the most, though, is the two respective updates that were arguably the biggest for their individual games. What these are respectively is Geometry Dash version 2.2 and Osu Laser. Although Laser has technically not fulfilled its goal of being the quote next major update to the game, during the
It has,
last years
though.
of development, it's undergone drastic changes that has made it pretty much unrecognizable from the main game. Rob and Peppy
That's
have
also
arguably
false.
put a good chunk of their lives working to these updates, with RobTop spending 6 years, 11 months on 2.2, and Peppy spending 9 years and 7 months on Laser, which is still ongoing. If you
Dude, is this just a video just sucking RobTop's dick? What is this?
convert that to a percentage, that means that RobTop spent around 19% of his life on 2.2, and Peppy has so far spent around 23% of his life, almost a quarter, just developing Laser. Keep in mind, that's excluding how much total time they spent as a whole on their games, which is an even higher number. These respective updates both feature huge changes within their game, which goes to show that they both have the defining feature of being very dedicated to what's practically their life's work. I guess 2.3 is RobTop's next big goal, but you guys let me know. Which one will be released fully first? Geometry Dash 2.3, Osu Laser, or GTA 6? Or Hollow Knight Silksong? Or Half-Life 3? Or a Frank Ocean Drop? Or my favorite thing that they both do though.
Wait, was
is
that
the
No
way
Game
they
No
roast
Life?
people who reply to them or
Try waiting
comment
for
about
season
something.
2.
Or my favorite thing that they both do though. Or Half-Life 3. Or a Frank Ocean Drop. Or
Oh, damn!
my
Culture.
favorite thing that they both do though is the way they roast people who reply to them or comment about something dumb. I'm only gonna read out 2 of them and you decide who's funnier. I'll just be an extreme with my penis. Peppy, is the hitbox of a hit circle a circle or a square? What the fuck do you think? There are way too many of these for me to show here. You'll find a lot more in these places. Anyways, I want to delve into more serious matters. Say for instance, you found a bug in either of the games and want to report it to development. In this case, Peppy and his development team are a step ahead because of a certain site that he's the 5th most active user on, GitHub. Out of 11,000 total issues that has been brought to his attention, at least 88% of them have been marked as closed or resolved. While Geometry Dash does have community-run forums of its own that users can use to report bugs on, you'll be lucky to have a moderator see a report and go out of their way to info Rob about it. But I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Geometry Dash is a one-man operation run by RobTop himself, so he doesn't really have time to... Wait, he's doing this all by himself?
That's false. I'm pretty sure the core Osu team, like on payroll, is like 5 people or some shit. Osu has a lot of really dedicated community developers, as in people who like love the game and then have contributed code and became people that Peppy has eventually been able to rely on and then became part of the team. I don't even know if they're on payroll. Listen, that's different. That's different. Peppy is still the guy at the top who's looking through everything and approving everything, from what I understand, all right? I'm not entirely sure if he's been able to fully delegate the responsibility of looking through the community members' code manually and then, like, implementing the changes.
Anyways, RobTop is a largely independent creator who pretty much does everything within development. From giving levels ratings to making every feature within the game, he reigns as the absolute dictator of RobTop games, which is pretty much only him. This isn't any sort of
Peppy should do that more often. He should literally just step in and be like, this is fucking bullshit. Shut the fuck up. We're not doing this. Boom. We need that more.
diss or stray towards the Osu devs. Peppy does a lot by himself as well, but it's crazy to think that one man did all of this by himself. Being the sole developer...
Chat, this dude is literally just a fucking RobTop Geometry Dash glazer. This guy's an Osu tuber? I can't believe he betrayed us.
He's managed to have complete creative control of the game, which is evident through how it's evolved. From a simple cube game where you click to jump over spikes to whatever this is, it's evident that RobTop has made a very sensational product, or rather, has made the proper tools for the community.
I watched that
to make
video.
sensational levels.
Turning a 2D
the
game 3D.
is no longer just a
That shit's
simple
crazy.
one-button obstacle game. It's now also a platformer. It's insane. Maybe not as insane as having an in-depth plan on how to flee either Canada or Mexico if shit goes south, but I agree. Peppy, on the other hand, has the advantageous trait of being very easy to contact. I already mentioned how much he deals with fixing issues within Osu, but also in general, it's not too hard to get his attention. Though it doesn't mean you should, any player has the ability to email him with a question, even if it's not pertaining to Osu. Here's a photo collection of things people have asked Peppy, and what he's responded with. Though, this is probably due to Osu having less players in GD, which makes it easier for Peppy to respond to people. But it's still pretty cool seeing him be active within the community. How was Rob's...
Chat. I cannot understate how fucking ridiculous that is. The fact that you can just send an email to Peppy and he will actually likely respond. I can't even do that with Discord. Because when I open fucking Discord, this is what I see. Just a mess of fucking pings. Every single day. I can't do it, dude. I just can't do it. I just can't do it, bro.
Top active in his community in pretty cool ways, actually. Rob sometimes makes AMAs on Reddit or Discord and leaves comments on some levels. He can also apparently get unhinged sometimes. No, but when he does get the ability to talk to average players, it's always a cool experience since he's working most of the time. He hasn't really said too much, which is why it's always interesting to hear what he has to say. Peppy's also cool when it comes to the community, attending, hosting, and participating in many OSO events, such as COE, and going on interviews where he discusses the state of the game and his future plans regarding it. Because of these traits, does that mean if you scroll down right now, you will see either at RobTop Games or at Dean Herbert? No. This led me to think, how do each...
Damn. Video irrelevant.
Updates. For Peppy, he occasionally live streams himself coding laser and gives out tweets regarding...
He does that a lot. What do you mean occasionally?
The official Osu YouTube channel has been releasing updates on the state of laser on a monthly schedule. All of what both RobTop and the official Osu Twitter have been tweeting about lately is featured artists, so they don't differ there. Osu updates are small and between shorter intervals, and GD updates are large and have very long intervals. If you want to know how 2.21 is going and whatnot, you gotta wait for Rob to get out of his cave. Albeit, when he does decide to give out update teasers, they're a lot cooler in my opinion. Like, there were a lot of cool things seeing the 2.2 sneak peek. Also, is that a whole ass animation I see? Okay, it was actually made by Rafer, and it's not about 2.2. But I'm gonna ignore that. Nah, but I think most people in the GD community thinks Rob's pretty dope, and most people who plays Osu thinks Peppy's pretty cool. But tell me why. Tell me why. This man is so mysterious on so many levels. He has that game dev stereotype of hardly ever getting photographed and looking like a different person each time he does. The last actual picture of him was taken 8 months ago, and the one before that over 3 years ago. In total, there's realistically only like 4 pictures of this man floating around.
Listen, if you're so full of yourself, how the fuck can you focus on the craft, dude? If you're distracted by yourself and your image and how people are looking at you and thinking about you and critical of you, how can you focus on the craft?
There was only one video of him in motion when he was 18, and I thought it was like AI or something at first, because just look at this. Like, come on, just look at this. I guess Peppy also has this trait, though it's less noticeable since he does make more frequent appearances IRL. Anyways, where was oh right, a note to end on. So, despite both being cool developers of music-based games, they have some, but not a lot of things in common. They both have their own styles of managing their own games, and I think that's pretty cool. I'll end this on the note to answer the question, what would happen if Peppy and RobTop decided to collab? I'll quote a comment from a Reddit thread with the same question from the user Obey Time. Laser 2.2 will take 7 million years in development.
Did you get paid by Rob to suck him off or something? What the hell? Oh, fuck me. I'm on my speedrun profile. Did you get paid by Rob to suck him off or something? What the fuck is this video? Actual professional glazer. What the hell? Half the shit he said about Peppy isn't even true. Okay, maybe that's an exaggeration, but like, I emailed Gabe Newell because a friend of mine couldn't make the deadlock beta invite work, and he personally replied to me with a key to give him to activate. Gaben is also one of those big devs that reply to everything mostly. Can you email him asking him to fix the fucking cheaters in CS2? How about to end Counter-Strike gambling? How about